So the PMI says once you've got your list of stakeholders, the next step is to classify them into this 2 by 2 grid. So the grid has power on one side and influence on the other side. So what does this mean? Let's take the example of the Canadian mining company that we just spoke about. So in this case, the power rests with the Canadian government. They have the most power. After that, it's the mining company. They also have direct power. Now, the people without power but have a lot of influence are the media. The media has influence but no direct power. Okay, in addition, the activist organization, they have influence but no direct power. Right? The people who would fall into the bracket of very little power and very little influence would be the indigenous people themselves. They'll have to work either through the activist organizations and the media or through the government, through the representatives in the government. Another example here would be a project at Fairfield University. So in this case, who has power? The administration has the most power. So it would be the president of the university, the provost, the deans. So all those people would have the power at the university, right? Who has influence? In this case, the students have influence, right? Because everything at the end of the day is about the students. So they might not be able to directly have power. They don't make the decisions themselves, but then they can complain about the decisions. They can complain to the dean. They have the student body, the FUSA, and they can complain to that. Okay, so all that gives the students lots of influence. The people with low power and low influence in this case would be the faculty. They don't have direct decision making power over any of the university projects, and the influence is much lower than that of the students. Okay, so the people who have the highest power in this case would be a benefactor or a donor. So in this case, they would have the most power, but however, they tend not to get involved with the details, the day-to-day working. So they would have like lower influence. In this case, the deans would have the most power and the most influence, so they are the ones who have to be managed closely.